How do you motivate yourself to work out, and how do you motivate yourself to go to the gym when you don't feel like going to the gym? That moment when you feel tired or when you feel like you can't be bothered to go to the gym is actually the most important time that you need to go to the gym. I'm going to explain more on that later, but if you want to learn how to build muscle, if you want to learn how to burn body fat, how to get in shape, you want to learn fitness topics just like this, then subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you click that little bell as well, that notifies you when I upload YouTube videos. So I've got a little bit to say on the topic, some thoughts, some really good ideas for you, and then in the second half of the video I'm going to explain the 3 things that are going to help you, the solution to make sure that you go to the gym every time you feel like you don't want to. The first thing is, I can't understand why people want to remove themselves from being uncomfortable. Every decision that a human makes, every decision that you make, is to move you towards pleasure or to move you away from pain. Every decision you make. It's why people take drugs, it's why people smoke cigarettes, it's why people drink alcohol. It's because they believe those things will move them towards pleasure. That's what they're looking for. That small moment of happiness, that's what they're trying to move towards. It's the same with pain. It's why we don't do bad things, because if you do bad things you go to prison, and the association with prison is bad. In your mind, you know, if I do bad things I'm going to go to prison, and prison is pain. You're going to be locked up in a room. It's the same reason you don't want to leave a job that you don't like, because you're moving towards pain. If you leave a job that you don't like, it's uncertain. You don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to make money, how you're going to support your family, so you don't do it because it's painful, it's uncomfortable. It's the same reason people don't set big goals, is because if you set a big goal, there's a good chance you're going to fail, and failing is uncomfortable for people. Moving towards pleasure, while sometimes isn't a bad idea, a lot of the time just means you're staying the same. So you're not actually improving, you're not growing, you're just staying the same. Whereas being uncomfortable means you're getting better, it means you're improving. But being uncomfortable is not a bad thing. I don't know who told us this, I don't know who came up with the idea that being uncomfortable is a bad thing, but it's not. Being uncomfortable is how you grow. In fact, the more uncomfortable you are, the more you will achieve. If you look at somebody that you personally look up to, whether it's a favourite singer, whether it's an actress, it doesn't matter who it is, that person has probably spent most of their time being uncomfortable, being criticised, doing everything wrong, feeling like they want to give up, can't be bothered, tired, got every excuse in the book, but they keep doing it anyway. I haven't actually missed a workout for around 4 years. There's never been a time where I should have gone to the gym, that I scheduled to go to the gym, and I didn't go. That doesn't mean that every time I've got up and gone to the gym over the last 4 years, or got a training session in, that I felt like doing it. Now for me personally, I do enjoy training, I do enjoy working out, but there has been many of times where I'm a little tired, or I'm so busy during the day, I've got so many other things to do, but I've still got in there and done it anyway. And that's what I'm trying to get through to you, that's what I'm trying to teach you. Doing things that are difficult, things that you know other human beings quit, and you carry on, or in this case you go to the gym when you know there's so many people out there on the same day that haven't turned up when they should have. It builds character, it builds mental toughness, it builds a strong person, because you know that you're doing something a lot of other people not just don't want to do, but they can't do. In the gym, people don't want to sweat, they don't want to work hard, they don't want to have the blood pumping in the muscle and making it difficult for themselves. They don't want to be out of breath. And what I've learned is it's a beginner mentality. But I also used to have this same thing, because I used to miss more workouts than anybody I know. I would schedule 3 workouts per week, and I would usually go Mondays, and then I would maybe go Wednesday or Friday. For the most part, I would miss at least one of those days out. I wouldn't go. And I did this for months when I first started working out. It's a beginner mindset thing that doing the workout is a bad thing. But what you'll learn as you start to train, as you start to get better and start to make progress, is the gym is a part of your life, it's a part of something that you do, and it makes you feel better. You're going to have a worse day if you don't go to the gym. That's something that I've learned. And when I look at the way I set my day up now, if I have a busy day, I always find a way to work out. I always find a way. That's a priority for me. You're going to feel less stressed, you feel a lot happier, you feel way better once you finish the workout, You feel like you've earned something during the day, you feel like you've worked for something. If you are going to eat a few treats, a few bad foods, you feel like you've actually earned it, you don't feel like a lazy slob. Training is so ingrained in me as a person and what I do every day that I know if I don't get a training session in that day, I'm not even going to be around 50% of my best self. I'm not going to show up my best in any other area. I'm not going to be my funniest in a social situation. I'm not going to offer my best in terms of a more in-depth conversation. Just everything is a little off when I don't have a workout, when I don't get a chance to have a workout. Just everything is a little bit missing from everything. If you're a creative person, some of your best ideas will come while working out. Some of my most creative and best ideas, video ideas, all different ideas have come while I'm working out. I can't explain why that is, but it's just something that once you start doing it, once you're in there, you have an hour and it's just you and the weights, your mind starts thinking about things, you start coming up with solutions to certain things. If you have a few things on your mind, things you can't quite figure out, you seem to be able to think through them a lot more clearly and come to a solution. Success in anything you do is not comfortable, it is uncomfortable. From the smallest thing to the absolute biggest thing that you could do, it's not going to be comfortable. You choosing not to work out when you know you should isn't helping you. It's making the situation worse. The discipline that you build over time from going to the gym when you don't feel like it and being uncomfortable helps you with other areas of your life. And this is probably my most important video because it's the whole name of this brand, Athlete's Ability. The athlete stands for getting in the gym, working out for whatever reason it is, whether you don't have much confidence, whether you just want to be healthier, whether you want to prevent disease, whatever your reason is that you've started trying to improve your body, something happens in your mind. Once you start to make progress, once you start to look better, you start to feel better in yourself, and your confidence is going to be so much higher than just the average person. And so that confidence, that discipline, mainly the discipline is the main thing, because fitness is a full-on game. It's something that you're making sure you have enough sleep, you're making sure you're taking your supplements if you are taking supplements, you're making sure mainly you're focusing on your training, showing up every day, focusing on your nutrition, cooking your meals, researching all of the information, researching the correct meals to eat, the correct foods to eat. It's an ongoing thing, it's something that is always there every day, and building that discipline, you get to a point where you realise, well, why can't I do this in some other area of my life? Why can't I do this with my career? Why can't I put this level of discipline and focus into my relationships? Why can't I put this level of focus into my life in general? And so it starts to build and build, and that's why I called this brand Athlete's Ability, because the ability side of things stands for realising, having that sort of epiphany moment that you have the ability through working out to then use that discipline to accomplish anything else you want to accomplish in life. I didn't know that when I was 15 years old and I started just playing with weights and working out a little bit, that just lifting those weights and just building a physique was going to lead me to where I am now. But I do know one thing, if I would have never started working out, I wouldn't be the person that I am now, and I wouldn't even want to think about what person I would be if I hadn't have done that one simple thing. Now onto the solution side of things, and the 3 things that are the most important for you sticking to the gym and will tell whether you build that discipline or you don't. And they are the difference between motivation and discipline, the reason why, and then the habit. So I'm going to talk about all 3 of them. So first of all, I'm going to talk about discipline v motivation, and for me this is the most important. So the title of this video is something like why you don't have motivation to work out, and this is again the wrong mindset. Let's just define what motivation means. Motivation means you feel like doing something. It means when you're motivated, you're happy, you're pumped up, you're ready, you can't wait to go and do that thing. The issue with motivation is it comes and goes. It's not a permanent state of mind. So if you're only motivated 50% of the time, the other 50% of the time you're not going to go to the gym because you're not motivated. So what I want you to do is totally forget about motivation. 50% of the time you might feel motivated, and motivation is nice, it feels good, but you need to rely on discipline, and I'm going to teach you a little bit about discipline right now. So the other 50% of the time when you're not motivated, how are you going to get to the gym? How are you going to get through those workouts? And it's discipline. You build discipline over time by doing the thing that you know you need to do over and over and over and over again. The key to discipline is the first 2 or 3 weeks of consistently going to the gym are the hardest weeks. They're the weeks that you feel like you don't want to go, probably almost every time. But discipline gets stronger and stronger as you keep going, as you do the things that are difficult to do. It's almost like a muscle that it just gets stronger the more you use it. The way to look at discipline is you've set a goal and you've made that promise to yourself that you're going to go to the gym, let's say 3 days per week. So you have to keep that promise to yourself. If you're not going to keep the promise to yourself, what type of person does that make you? It does make you a weak-minded person. It makes you a person that your family can't trust and your friends can't trust. Nobody else can trust you. If you can't keep the promises that you've made to yourself, no matter what, then how are you going to expect other people to believe you? How are you going to expect your teachers or your new boss at work to actually respect you and believe you when you make a promise, when you can't even keep the promises you make to yourself? The key for me is again about being uncomfortable. It's nice to feel good, but it's not necessary to feel good. It's nice to feel like you want to work out, but you don't need to feel like that. And the bottom line really is, for those few weeks that you're building discipline or few months that you're building discipline, is your goals do not care how you feel. So if you set a goal that I'm going to go to the gym Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays and I'm going to do 3 1-hour full body workouts, that's what I'm going to do. You've set that goal and now that's what you're going to do. There's no like going back, there's no well maybe I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it another day, or I can't be bothered, or I'm tired. All of those things are just excuses, and your goal, this world and other people do not care about your excuses. All you hear is people saying, I couldn't go to the gym because I was too tired, or because I had to go here, or because I had to go to school, or I've got work today, or I've got my family to go to, or I'm taking somebody out. You know, there's so many excuses that you can use, but the bottom line is, if you don't put in the work, you just won't achieve your goal. There is no magic answer to discipline. It's about just doing the things that you need to do, that you know you need to do, whether you feel like doing them or not. It doesn't matter whether you feel like them. It's another one of those lies that we've been taught, that you need to feel like doing something to do it. No, you don't. It doesn't matter how you feel. A feeling is just an emotion. If you want to go, that's just an emotion. It doesn't mean anything. Emotions aren't real. They're not real things. What is important is that you go regardless of the excuse. There's a wide range of excuses people will make. There's so many things you can quit on. The problem actually is other people, because when you tend to quit on things, people will just say, oh, it's okay, just do it another day. People won't make you accountable and make you do it, or say, you know, no, get out there and do it. They'll just say, oh, it's okay, do it another day. I want you to take this to the extreme, because in my situation, just to give you a personal story, 2 weeks ago one of my grandparents passed away, somebody that I've spent a lot of time with. On the morning of the funeral, of my grandma's funeral, I was still filming these videos, these YouTube videos to help you out. Now, I didn't have to do that. It would have been a perfect excuse, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't feel like doing it. I didn't feel passionate about filming those 3 videos that day. I didn't want to actually do it, but I used my discipline that I've built over the years to, just because I didn't want to do it, I didn't feel like doing it, I was upset, I still did it anyway. I still spent those few hours filming those videos and getting them done, even though I could have easily made the excuse, and I had a legitimate excuse. The world only really cares about results, and the goals that you've set don't care, the deadlines that you have to meet, they don't care about what's happening in your personal life. Whether you achieve your goal or not, people don't care whether someone's just passed away. The goals don't care whether somebody's just passed away, and they certainly don't care if you don't feel like it or you're tired. And really, this is the lesson from this, is that as a generation, as a millennial generation, we need to just toughen up. That's half of the issue. I mean, if I looked at my granddad or his dad, they would laugh at our generation. They would literally laugh. I mean, even that I'm having this conversation is really a joke in itself, because we are becoming weaker and less mentally strong as the generations pass. This conversation shouldn't even really be happening. It should be a case of, you set a goal and you do it, and there's no if, ands, or maybe I might do it another day. You just do what you've said you're going to do. So you'll build discipline over time. Now the second tip that I have to offer is why. Why are you actually doing it? And this really, when you think about it, is why people quit, is why people don't go to the gym, is because they don't want it bad enough, or they're not associated with the reason why they want it bad enough. So what I want you to do is write down on a piece of paper, either pause the video and do it now, or do it after this video, but you need to make sure you do it, is what your goal is, your current goal, and reason why you're doing it. So your goal might be, for example, I want to lose 10 pounds of body fat. The reason I want to do this, and just as a side note, if you can write a deadline to that goal, that's good as well, in, I don't know, 8 weeks, let's say. And then the reason why you want. So is it because you want to prevent certain diseases? Is it because you want to feel better and have more energy every day? Is it because you've just had a child and you want to be alive for longer in that person's life? Is it because you want to attract more of the opposite sex, or whatever you're into? You need to write down what your goal is. And so every single time you feel like you don't want to go to the gym, you can look at that and go, that's my goal, and that's why I'm doing it, and that's more important than me saying I don't feel like it. Another massive tip for people struggling to go to the gym when you're supposed to is this. All you have to do is commit to going for 3 minutes. So what I do here is, let's say you have to go to the gym on Monday, you don't feel like it for whatever reason, whatever excuse. What you say to yourself is, okay, I promise that I will go to the gym for 3 minutes. So I'm going to get in my car, I'm going to walk to the gym, I'm going to get to the gym, and I'm going to do 3 minutes of a workout. So you might just do 3 sets of the bench press, and then you're going to come home. What you'll find is, once you've got in there and once you've started doing that workout, you'll feel like, well, I might as well finish it now. You'll start to feel good again. You'll start to feel like you want to finish that workout, but you're only actually committing to 3 minutes. So just that small commitment of saying, right, I promise I'm going to do 3 minutes, I'm going to make an effort. And then once you've got there, 99.9% of you are going to finish that workout off. That's something I'd really like you to take seriously and incorporate that if you're struggling. My third tip is start to build the habit of going to the gym. Make it part of your life. So you need to find a time, and 99% of you will be able to do this. There might be a few rare scenarios where you can't go to the gym at the same time, so this tip won't apply for you. But for almost every single person here, you can set a set time, whether that's after school, before school, right after work, in your lunch break, before work. Everybody can set a time. So what you need to do is set your days and your time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, whatever your workout schedule is, whatever you've committed to, whatever your goals are, set that time and you make it a habit, and you do this by keep doing it. We all have things that we do every day. Some people brush their teeth at 9 AM. As soon as they wake up in the morning, they go brush their teeth. Some people wake up and immediately go in the shower. Some people go to bed at night and immediately turn their Netflix on and watch 1 hour of Netflix. And it's something that you do and you don't even think about it. Think about how many times whatever that thing is for you, I don't know what it is for you, but think about how many times you just do that thing. Over time, by sticking to this workout plan, you'll be able to accomplish the same thing. Whether it's, again, like I said, waking up and as soon as you wake up you immediately go and jump in the shower. If that's something that you do and you don't even think about it, think about the last time you missed going in the shower, or whatever that thing is. It was probably years or definitely months ago that you missed that. So if it's at 1 PM and you go to the gym, then that's what you do. Another great tip is to have your bag ready. Your gym bag is all packed the night before. Whatever you're taking, whether it's a protein shake or just some water, whatever that is that you take with you, you need it all ready. Take your clothes out, have the clean clothes ready, the socks, the shoes, even your boxer shorts. Everything should be there and ready, should be looking at you in the face. You've already packed that bag, you've already put it in the car, and the reason you do that is so that, again, there's no going back. You've already made a small commitment, and making those small commitments then allow you to follow through and do the whole thing.